welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Felsie Brown, and in this video I'm going to be sharing my top 5 tips for Lima, Peru. I have lots of embedded tips within the tips, so I can't wait to share that with you, and stay tuned. Okay, so let's get into tip number 1. Tip number 1 is taxis. Okay, so the moment that you arrive in Lima and you get your taxi booked, download an app called InDrive. It is an absolute lifesaver. You save tons of money and it is in the local currency. So what I recommend is that you download the app before you travel, and what it does is, as you can see here, you can bid for your price. Okay, it will tell you the average about how much a taxi driver is willing to take, and you can get from anywhere in the city, anywhere around Peru, you can use InDrive. And it's like a bidding system. If you want to, say it's 12 soles to get from the airport to wherever you're going, you can bid lower or you can bid higher, and then a taxi driver will accept. Now, I felt very safe using InDrive because on the app they have a review. Okay, so when they accept that amount, they're going to keep to that amount. I used it all the time while I was in Lima and in CUSCO, and I haven't had one problem. Okay, so now tip number 2. Tip number 2 is a big one that I need to unpack for you. Tip number 2 is food and drink. Now in Lima I have inside information about our food and drink because of one of the locals that I was staying with while I was in Lima. So I've got some really good recommendations for you. So let's start off with bars, okay? We mainly went to one bar, and this bar was amazing. You go in and you've got a band set up on your right, and then you order at the bar, and then you go up the stairs, and then you've got a rooftop terrace, and you've got these chimneys, and you can hear the music coming through the chimneys, and then you can see like really nice views of Lima, and there's people that can do whatever they want. They can smoke, if you know what I mean, and have a drink, and it's really chilled out place with friends, and that is in Barranco. Now, a lot of my recommendations are in Barranco because that's the main part where I was staying and went out. Just remember, it's a little bit difficult, sometimes it's a bit difficult to know where it is, if it's up the top of where the bridge is, but it's actually underneath. So go underneath the bridge, the main bridge, and then you go under the bridge, and it's your bar on the right, so you can't miss it. So best bar in Lima. Okay, and my other recommendations, so as a veggie myself, I know that there's lots and lots of places to eat vegetarian in Lima, especially in Miraflores, but because I was mainly in Barranco, which is the artsy town of Lima, there was 2 main places. Number 1 was the Shemaya Bar. Shemaya Bar, it was 20 soles for a drink and some sushi, and it was a really good deal, and the sushi is completely vegan, so I recommend going to there. The other place I recommend in Barranco is called Barranco Burrito. Now, it's a little bit tricky to find. You could miss it very quickly. You could walk and then miss it. So definitely look out for the picture I'm going to show you of the front. But you go in and you have it's the best burrito I've ever tried. The beans are like buttery, they melt in your mouth. I had a bean burrito, and lots of crunchy little vegetables, lots of avocado. Yeah, it was to die for, and homemade toys. But I mean, come on, it was amazing. So they're my top recommendations for eating out in Barranco. Now, the next part of food and drink is dessert. Okay, you come to Peru, the desserts here are incredible. Okay, my top recommendation is the passion fruit dessert. It is so good. It's like a passion fruit layer at the top, really creamy cheesecake at bottom, and then a nice biscuit base. And it was that good that the host I was staying with, we got up at 9 o'clock at night just to go get this bloody cheesecake because it's that good. So highly recommend the cheesecake. Wherever you go, it has tasted amazing. And they're normally around 12 soles, so which works out about like £2.50. Okay. Now the other thing is the ice cream. Okay, there's lots of places to get ice cream around Lima, and especially Barranco, but this one was recommended by my host. It is amazing. It's called Blue. They have one, I think they're very popular in Barranco, but this gelato is to die for. It's my second best gelato. I mean, Italy did win the first prize, but it is so good. You have all these different flavours. You order at the bar, and then they give you like little servings, and you can try some. But my favourite was a pistachio and the coffee. To die for, next level ice cream. And that was worked for 2 different ones. That worked out about 12 soles, which is like about £2.50. So my other recommendation for trying fruits is the custard apple. This custard apple is amazing. I'll show you a little video of me first trying it. Insane. I've never tried anything like it. You can't get it back home, especially from England or Europe or wherever. You can't get it back home, so definitely try it while you're here. It will blow your mind.
Do you eat the seeds as well?
No.
You don't eat the seeds?
That's why they paid for. You throw away.
Oh. It's really soft, isn't it? Kind of reminds me of like a pear.
Let me see. No, I want to translate it for you.
Oh wow.
Oh wow. Told you.
Oh my god. That's like the texture of a pear, the taste of a peach, and pineapple.
Yep.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Weird, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was right. Custard apple.
Costa apple.
Yeah. Superfood. Really hard to find. You will never make it to freaking England because you see, it is really hard to
Because it's so soft.
mature, so soft.
Yeah.
On tip number 3, okay, so tip number 3 is your coach from Lima to CUSCO. Lots of people on YouTube and elsewhere have said about getting a flight, which is okay if you have the budget for it, but if you're like me and you don't really have that extra cash to spend on a flight, then I do actually recommend the coach. The coach is 22 hours, about 22 hours and a half, but you get a little packed lunch and everything before you journey, but it is constant. You are on that bus 22 hours, and you might have one little stop. Can't remember the town, maybe I'll put it here, but you have one little stop that you can get off and maybe buy something, but yeah, it is pretty intense. I left in the afternoon, which was around like 4 o'clock. I said goodbye to my host, and then I got onto the bus and I forgot to bring water. It's so important. So definitely get some snacks, get some water. So I recommend having like a little neck rest thing, you know, the inflatable ones or something like that, because your neck does get a bit achy. So I recommend getting one of those, and maybe some earbuds as well, because the journey, the roads aren't always the best, so you've got a lot of travel noises like from the bus itself. So definitely maybe some earbuds or listen to some music. Make sure you have your charger packs ready in case your phone runs out of battery and you want to listen to music, watch films or whatever. They do have a little touch little screen like in the aeroplane where you can watch some movies, but they're very limited. So yeah, so make sure you've got headphones, make sure you've got a battery pack for your phone, make sure you have some water and some snacks, and make sure you have neck rest. The other thing I recommend is have a little toiletry bag. The toiletry bag is really good for you know, just having a little freshen up, so toothbrush, toothpaste, wet wipes as well, because the toilets can get pretty bad after 22 hours, so make sure you have some wet wipes, anything to freshen up really. And yeah, so that are my recommendations for the 22 hours. If you want more information on that, let me know down below. But oh yeah, money wise, it was about 205 soles. And something they don't tell you is that when you actually go there and you're ready half an hour before, you've got to be there half an hour before, you give your ticket and they're like, oh no, you need to get it clarified or verified. So you have to go to this desk and then pay an extra 2 soles to then go on board, which is a bit weird, but there we go. It's all these little extra things. So in total, it's about 207 soles, which works out about £44.50. But yeah, I was able to sleep. Anyway, if you want to know more, just let me know down below. So tip number 4. Tip number 4 is volunteering. I can't stress enough how important it is to at least try it once. I would not have any of these recommendations if I hadn't volunteered. All the best places to eat, all the experiences I've had, and really understanding the people's culture, politics, language, all that wasn't. This whole video isn't possible unless I didn't volunteer. My host was amazing. His name was Richard, and I mean, what's not to love? I was just like working in his van, making pancakes every morning, chilling at the beach with his cute dog, and I was helping him with his graphic sci-fi novel, something that has got a really important message for environmental enthusiasts, and I'm really excited to share that at some point. I can't share it now because we've been working really hard on his Kickstarter campaign, but he's not ready to launch it yet because he needs to create an email list. So if you want to learn more about that or want to find out more, please stay tuned, because I will be linking a video of my experience with Richard and my volunteering experience. And if you want to know more about volunteering in general, please just let me know in the comments and I'll make a video about it, okay? Because there's lots and lots and lots that I'd love to talk about with volunteering. And lastly, tip number 5. Tip number 5 is the visa for Cuba. So I'm here to tell you today it is possible, okay? There's a couple of other things as well that apparently you could get it in the airport. I don't know this to be true, so what I recommend is if you are in Lima, go to the Cuban embassy. Now, it wasn't as straightforward because I didn't know these few things. So if you want to get a Cuban visa, you don't need to go get it online because you're in South America. What address can you get it sent to? You need the physical copy of the visa, and you can't have it sent to you because you've got no address, right? So you go to the embassy, you go in there, and you will need your visa bank card. Not your travel bank card, your visa bank card, the bank card that you use at home that verifies your address and everything like that. Don't go in there with your travel bank, it won't work. That's my problem that I did. I tried to get it with my travel bank and it caused all sorts of problems. But you can pay with Apple Pay, so if you have it on Apple Pay, great. Just know if you haven't used your current bank in South America, your bank might flag it as a problem, so definitely just check in your banking apps to verify the payment. It might not go through straight away, like happened to me, so definitely try that. So you can pay with Apple Pay, but make sure it is your bank. The other thing you will need to do when you get your Cuban visa is you will need proof of your inbound and outbound flight, okay, so showing that on your phone. You can show it on your phone, you don't have to have a paper copy, and you need the address of your accommodation that you're staying at. If it's a hotel, the address of the hotel. If it's a casas particulares, which is like an Airbnb or a host family, you will need their address, okay? So make sure that you have a booking to show them. The other thing you will need is your passport. Don't forget your passport. Make sure you have your passport with you. And anything else. Some people say that you might need to have proof of insurance. He didn't ask me that. So maybe bring that in just in case, if you have insurance to bring in. It says it online that you need insurance as proof. I didn't get asked, but better be safe than sorry, so bring in some proof of insurance. Anything else? Yeah, they don't speak a lot of English, okay? So make sure that you have Google Translate on your phone downloaded, so that if he asks you any questions or you're not too sure of the Spanish, make sure you have a translator ready on your phone, because most people in South America don't speak English. Don't be surprised that even if you go to the Cuban embassy, they're not going to speak English, okay? So make sure you know a little bit Spanish, or that you have it downloaded on your Google Translate, okay? Anything else? No, that's it. So please, if you like this video, give me a little likey pops. Wish you the safest travels in South America. Okay, bye bye.